Hello and welcome back. We are here continuing our Civ 6 run. I almost said here in Victoria 3, but our Civ 6 run. Last episode, we did, sail the seven seas with Sinbad, who was the great hero, the first great hero of our choice, really getting a lot of exploration down, as well as, discovering a bunch of people, getting some bonus. We now have our era score for our golden age, from circumnavigation being part of that, which was pretty nice. And we also did a little bit of a containment on Korea here, where they were kind of looking out to settle, and we nabbed their settler. Now we're at war with them, kind of expecting to have a bit of an easy time, just going to defend using the gold that we got from Sinbad to buy units as needed, but really just look to eco up behind this and maybe not try and push Korea just yet. We really are making a push and have been making a push for our industrial sites, because we want those for our bonus, for our free units as Abraham Lincoln, where we are getting receive a free military unit after constructing industrial zones and their buildings that don't require upkeep. And so we don't really want to build a military when we're going to just kind of build towards a free military. And so this is kind of the plan, but now we have two settlers, and this is the cliffhanger-ish we left out on, where we're like, we don't know where we want to settle these settlers, and so now we have a little bit of a choice. I think we want to settle this zone because there is a minimum value of food and production that you get in your cities, and so while the desert tile is not that useful, it will be for us. We will make it useful for us by settling on it, and also more importantly, it is within 6 tiles of the Colosseum. So this Plains Hills kind of seemed like a more appealing place to settle, maybe, for the extra production, as well as, access to maybe some better tiles, getting access to this food and production tile quite a bit earlier on the volcano. And maybe it is better, but, really want to just be in range of the Colosseum because of reasons. And so long term, this one will kind of probably wind out better. And then we wanted to build an aqueduct, of course, and this is the only place we could build it. And then we kind of built this idea of having, a little bit of a mini complex around it. Now we can put the city in one of two places here, over here, and really, unfortunately, Hattusa, which I don't think we want to conquer, blocks any sort of settling, in any of these regions here, and then all the places you can settle are covered by mountains. And so, because this settling spot doesn't really prevent us from settling somewhere else over here, which we would like to do, but rather it's Hattusa that's doing it, I think we settle up a little bit higher, and then we think about maybe settling here, and maybe these ones are a little bit more tentative, somewhat time down the road, but trying to make the best use of our space, and still have a bunch of, tiles. We're going to get a bunch of food from these volcanic things, and then they're going to destroy our stuff. But these tiles are just extremely productive. Get a loud car outside. And but for now, I think we're going to send these two settlers over to these two spots. We're going to look to, build up behind this, and this city will get to make good use of this, but I think that sometimes our pops will get squashed in the long term by the volcanic eruption. I think we have it set to being very, very big eruptions sometimes, so occasionally, oopsie. Hopefully that doesn't delete cities. I forget exactly how destructive they can be, and we're also in apocalypse mode, which we haven't played on before, so not entirely sure, but this is kind of where we've planned it out, and, we're getting a nice big industrial heartland. We will have to start thinking about, where we want to, if we want to, start placing. I think we're going to need some commercial hubs, because we don't have that many coastal cities, and so we will, in order to get trade routes, and even though we're going to be more industrial focused, this is something we need to consider in terms of our placement, but for now I think we're going to make do with what we have. Also, this might be a really good place to put a science center, so why don't we just plop that down there. +3, not too bad. We do a little bit better? Maybe we could do a little bit better. Also, when we get Machu Picchu, hopefully, which is a wonder we are going to push for a little bit, it will provide a standard adjacency bonus for Commercial Hub, Theater Square, and Industrial Center for mountains. And so then maybe we will build commercial zones, adjacent to the mountains, because that did say commercial, right? Yeah, commercial hubs. So maybe we will build some of our commercial hubs adjacent to the mountains. That's what we got going on. We're producing mainly districts, not any sort of military units, despite the fact that we're at war. We're just going to look to chill and try and play containment on Korea until we can eventually swallow them, and then, have this all this place west of this mountain range for ourselves. This will be the manifestation of our destiny, the destruction of Korea. We'll be fine, says the citizens of New York. All mountains smoke a little bit, right? Yikes. I think that's foreboding doom. I know if you play on, like, the normal settings, the volcanoes don't erupt more than one area. Hopefully we didn't just found something just right and ready to get flattened. But if we did, settling here, it would also have worked. So maybe that could be an improvement. Again, not necessarily making the best choices. The truth hurts. But we will put down our aqueduct to lock in the production cost, and then we're going to change the production to a monument, and I think we're just going to... It's very tempting to buy the granary, but I actually think we're not going to, because this place is going to get a ton of food from this tile. Really, really going to grow a lot anyways. We did purchase a granary in San Francisco so that it can get a decent growth rate. We are moving the worker we had saved up on over to work this tile, which I believe is going to be the tile that is being worked right now anyways, and looking to get a little bit of extra production. We might have to do something. We might have to buy a tile. It looks like we'll have 100 turns to this. Maybe we're kind of okay just sitting on suboptimal tiles, at least at the very beginning, and then getting this tile here, and then maybe buying our way towards one of these tiles. But we're producing, you know, this'll help our spread, our border growth with the monument. So I think we're in okay shape as far as these new sort of cities go. Oop, that was a little spooky. What? Okay. So is that Hattusa has declared war on us. That is unfortunate. We were hoping to make friends with Hattusa, and they're kind of in a spot where it makes us feel a little bit nervous, because now there's a heavy chariot next to New York. That's unfortunate. I think we're actually just going to buy a unit here. That's a bit unfortunate. We want to eventually have some amount of archers anyways, so I think we'll just take an archer and wait for the incoming, attack on our city. Big sad for us. We'll wipe that up, and we are still scouting. Kind of, Sinbad paved the way, but we still have a lot of the map left to, fill in. In particular, we do want to make use of the Galapagos, which we discovered previously, which is why we have, a couple cities already planned over there.
Between a sailor and
so
eternity.
we finish here this technology shipbuilding, which allows land units to embark. We have moved the spearmen over. Our plan here is to not get accosted by a quadrime, very unfortunate that would be, and instead try and move the spearmen around to maybe pick up some of these goody huts that we had discovered with Sinbad on our voyages, and maybe get something juicy off the back of that, or following that. I think here we will almost certainly want to produce a harbor. We don't have plans for really anything else, so why not go for the harbor here? Maybe a little bit of a decision. So if we build it here, then we could maybe build some stuff on land. If a wonder on land, if there's a wonder that we in particular want to build. So I think I prefer this tile here. Yeah, okay, let's just go for it. Hopefully that doesn't come back to bite us. I'm not sure. I forget a lot of the considerations involved. Man, this guy's just teasing us. We don't want to go into Yerevan. I don't think we're at war with them. But inside their territory is the Korean soothsayer, which we want to go after. We've also decided to, build a settler out of New Orleans after completing the aqueduct, which was quite nice. I think the first thing we really want to be building is either this industrial sector here and give Washington the +11. I suppose we could give New Orleans the +11, but we know that we also want to relatively early be building this once we complete it, and we're not going to go for the games immediately because we are planning on researching the construction technology in a somewhat timely fashion, but this is one that we want to go for because we really want to lock in this Colosseum. Really, really like this wonder, which gives a bunch of amenities, if I recall correctly. And we could take a look. Actually, let's take a look and see if we have the construction technology anywhere, where it's been revealed. I don't think we have it revealed. I forget what the Eureka bonus for construction is, and so maybe we'll have to try and work towards that. But we are just going to push through castles without the Eureka bonus, because I don't think we're particularly close to getting a government with 6 inherent policy slots, and we, again, rushing the industrial zone. Alright, we've been playing a little bit poorly here, or I have rather, which is, we have a bunch of excess marble, we haven't been trading it, we are the Marble Lord, so we will start making some trade that we can see what we can do in regards to trading the marble. I think we're going to trade with the people who are kind of closer to us that aren't Korea, that way maybe we can get... maybe we can get a little bit of them being nice to us. this type of thing. I think this improves like their overall attitude towards you if you have ongoing like roots, and this will like triple our income up here. So we're probably going to be in the market for buying stuff. I think that we're probably going to be looking, well, we could buy tiles. It'd be really expensive, but we could buy out to here for production, for food, and maybe this is strong enough, and we'll really get San Francisco going. And so what we'll probably do is we'll wait for our next getting of one of these. That way we can slot in. We can slot in the Civic that gives us a discount, specifically on the purchasing of tiles, and so this will be good for us. Something like this, and then we can purchase several tiles. I think actually maybe just one here and like out to here will be kind of the extent of what we maybe want to purchase. I don't really know another tile that we are that interested in. We're working this horseman back over to this barbarian encampment. Here, we lost one of our galleys while scouting, but we did find Cardiff, which is going to be really good. We're going to want to really prioritize, since we know we're going to have a ton of industrial, centers, we're going to want to really prioritize these industrial city-states. And also, Korea's been suing for peace. Might have mentioned that already. They've been trying to get peace. We're just saying no because they're not having any troops coming our way, and if we hold out long enough, we will eventually get to the point where we are just going to get a bunch of free units in about 50 turns, or 60, 70 turns, something like this, and then we will be able to take it to them. We're going to be building industrial centers everywhere once we hit that point, and on a lot of these places, since they don't already have a place built out, they just have the foundations laid. As a result of our, our inspiration, or our pantheon rather, we're getting plus 25% production towards district and cities without a specialty district. And so this is going to be pretty good for us. Ooh, looks like there's 6 religions that have been founded. So I'm not sure how close are we to the Great Prophet? Because we have been kind of pushing it. Looks like there might be other countries closer, or maybe we have been trying to push it with our things, with our slotted thing, but maybe we just won't make it there. It'd be really nice if we could get this last Great Prophet, just because we kind of prefer to have a religion, be able to play in a few more ways. We kind of had planned maybe this will be where we put our what is it called, our holy site for this. Still kind of looking for a place to put our government center, which we kind of had one there, but it doesn't look that good. We weren't really planning on a specific spot. I mean, if we didn't have this dam location, it would be great to just plop it in the middle of these 3 industrial centers, something like this. We generally kind of want to have it touch 3 districts because it'll give a +1 to every district it's touching, but not really sure. We don't really have anything planned out that looks particularly good. I suppose, if we decide to lay down maybe... Okay, so if we had put, a harbor over here and, maybe I don't know. There's no place that looks extremely good, at least not to my undisciplined eyes, where we could put this, let's just put down the tax so we can just read it, where we could put down, the government plaza giving +1 adjacency to each district. And so I think we'll just hold off for it for now. Even though it's a really strong building, we probably shouldn't, but we just don't know where we want to put it. Uh-oh, looks like a Cat 5 hurricane is probably going to hit Baltimore, and unfortunately New Orleans. Man, the truth hurts. History repeating itself before it hit itself. Hey, we discovered Hercules in the tribal hut that we had picked up kind of over here, off to the left, and this is going to be really nice, because Hercules labor, direct construction, used when located on a friendly district under construction. Hercules immediately completes the construction of the district, costs 2 charges, and ends the turn. So we'll want to time this probably right when we finish the industrial zone. This will be really nice for us. And he could also destroy all buildings present and destroy or pillage the district, but we're mainly doing it for Hercules' labor, and so we'll probably try and get this hero if we can. We got Sinbad. Heracles is probably going to be in the mix sometime soon-ish. So I think we made a little bit of a mistake kind of spending quite a bit of our gold on builders when we had a government title coming up, because we can get Liang now, and she will give builders trained in the city, which we could just buy them all from one city, plus 1 build charge. So a little bit of a mistake here, especially because Liang looks pretty good right now. We could also get the diplomat messenger giving 2 envoys to a city-state. I kind of like this when she's assigned over there. We also got Magnus for Groundbreaker, where we are going to maybe chop out some wonders, something like this, and so did want to kind of lock him up, and so with Amani, it's a little bit of a tough decision. I don't think we're going to be buying, any settlers or any workers anytime soon. So I think we're going to go with Amani, who in particular is going to be really nice, we can assign to Cardiff. And another thing we can do is we can assign to, a city-state and just get the first suzerainty over them. And then after we get this, just assign to another one and just repeat this and do this in order so that we can generate a ton of we don't need any right now, but making it so we can generate a ton of golden wonder points or golden age points, whatever it's called. I forget what it's called, but this is going to be good for us if we can. So why don't we just try and find a city-state where we maybe want to have suzerainty, getting us 1 production for every improved resource type. This seems decent. We probably want to, we're going to take a quick look and see if we can find a good one. One moment. Yeah, I think we're actually going to go with Johannesburg, where we're getting +1 production for every improved resource type. We will look to maybe move her around quite a bit, but we're going to assign her to Johannesburg here. I said Johannesburg here. We're going to assign dear old the diplomat, which is going to give us also a sneak peek. It's going to unlock a whole bunch of vision for us here, but we're mainly doing it for every improved resource. We will be getting +1 production, so a place like San Francisco is really going to benefit a lot and get a lot of production. I believe the resources do not count. I wonder if it counts stone. I'm not sure if it counts stone or just strategic resources. If it also counts bonus resources, this will be spectacular for us. But if it counts luxury resources as well, this will really be good. I'm not sure the extent to which what counts as what, but if it counts all these, that'll be giving us quite a lot of production, which will be quite nice for what we're doing right now. Still trying to push the Apadana out. Haven't gotten it constructed by, the AI yet. AI is on King, which is, of course, not super high, but we're not super Civ 6 experts, and so this means that they can produce stuff quite a bit faster than us, and so we will want to be a little bit careful, but the AI is also unintelligent, and so it's certainly artificial, but calling it intelligence, that's a stretch. Still trying to work this guy around quite a bit slowly. I mean, maybe we should have built a scout. We could still build a scout to just try and crank out a lot of these islands and such. That'll be quite nice for us. Why didn't we get suzerain? Oh, we need 5 turns to get suzerainty over here. But yeah, just kind of continue plugging along. We are on the super slow, marathon mode, so a lot of turns pass in between each of these kind of check-ins, where we're mainly just waiting and kind of watching things and this sort of stuff. We will have this guy try and recover, and then, continue along our merry way. So we are about to get our assignment here on our dear, well, we could refuse this peace deal again. We're trying to show something off, but we should get suzerainty over Johannesburg here, which is going to give us.
But as I headed into the heart of New Zealand's fjordland, that same childlike feeling, long lost,
childlike
pure,
feeling,
unadulterated.
You know what's a real childlike feeling?
Back. I knew the road to Milford Sound was good.
Oh, childlike feeling, he said. But childlike feeling is listening to Sean being sweet nothings in his voices. And so this will discover us a hero. I'm not sure I've actually seen this hero before. It's not that good, or it doesn't look that good. Looks can be deceiving, but Johannesburg we now have discovered. Look at all this we can now see, which is going to be kind of nice for us. We are seeing, some more city-states are going to be cropping on up, which is going to be just fine, and we should be getting a bit more production in our cities. It looks like we're getting quite a bit more production in our cities, so maybe this bonus resource, let's see, we get 6 from 1 from resources, 1 from modifiers here. So here we have the marble, which is a luxury resource, and we are getting 1 from resource, 1 from modifiers. So it looks like it does apply to luxury resources, which is spectacular. How about St. Louis? How much are we getting? We're getting 1 from modifiers plus 2 from resources. And so what resource is it That's interesting. So it's not applying to one of these resources. I guess it's okay. It's not applying to the sea resource. That's fine, but it seems to be applying to this, both of the bonus resources, the luxury resources, and I assume, like in San Francisco, where each one from resource, one from modifier. So we are receiving it from iron as well. So this is going to end up generating us a lot of construction, and so this Johannesburg pickup. Really super nice. We don't have the envoys to support this yet, but we can do it with our dear friend, Governor Amani. So we do get enough money to purchase a tile now. We're going to purchase the tile in San Francisco, and look at this absolute gorgeous tile, 4x4 tile, which is going to help San Francisco grow a whole lot, even though it looks like it's right in the desert. We do have these barbarians kind of coming in a way that is, not exactly what we like. I think we will be able to, deal with them, but hopefully they don't cause too much damage. We're bringing up the charioteer here. We really don't want to spend money or construction on military because we're a peaceful civilization that would never want to wipe off another civilization from the planet, in order to manifest their destiny of everything, west of this mountain range. But this is going to be, hopefully we can deal with this. But I'm not exactly, my Civ 6, adjustments or knowledge of does this work out for us? Not too sharp right now, so I'm not exactly sure. Ooh, that didn't work out for us. That didn't work out for us very well either. This unit that's kind of coming in as backup is getting damaged, so I think we're just going to look to heal up in Philly and continue to repair New Orleans from the damage that was wrought. These swordsmen really trying to... I was thinking maybe we'd clear out that barbarian encampment, but the swordsman's way too strong for us. So we're just going to retreat towards Mexico City. We can't pick up this goody hut because they just have a guy sitting on top of it, but eventually that volcano will kill that guy, so that's a thing. And maybe we'll just look around for a different goody hut somewhere else where no one else is touched, like maybe down here. Ooh, spices. Big nice. The best resource in the game, if I recall correctly, in terms of tile improvements, and so this will be nice for us when we kind of get to it. But now San Francisco is really growing, and we are getting close as well to finishing castles, after which it will be straight away into, apprenticeship.
By the grace of Ahura Mazda, Anahita, and Mithra, I reconstructed this Apadana.
Big nice. So this will give us 2 envoys. And also, we completed military training, also going to give us 2 envoys. We're still in on, these great profit points to try and do stuff, but we're going to slot out the tile production instead for settler production. Or actually, we are producing 2 wonders right now, or we're producing a wonder right now. We're about to produce another. It's a little bit of a toss-up, because I think we're going to be stuck on this for a while, whatever we pick. And the question is are we going to be producing more wonders or settlers, or are we going to be spending more construction on which one or the other? I think we still want to stake with +1 production per thing, and so this is giving us 4 great profit points, 2 great profit points. It's possible we want to use Diplomatic League for +2 per 2 envoys per one that comes in, because we have a lot of envoys now, so we're going to be taking a look at that. I think we need to go for more settlers. We just finished the Apadana. This is set, but we will do Machu Picchu, I think, here. We're still waiting on these guys to recover, but once they recover, it looks like this guy's just standing still, and so if he stands still, he's going to be behind with the times, and so we will be able to gain suzerainty over some of these guys. We're just going to kind of cruise through and take a look and see, are there any places that we will actually be able to make use of? We don't have universities or consulates, we just have libraries, so maybe we should have gone in for the 2 per each, but we will mainly kind of just take a look. Are there any really good bonuses we can get from, suzerainty over each of these things? And not particularly. And so maybe we just hold on to our envoys. I mean, some of these will have to be good. +1, this will generate us a little bit more gold. It's not too substantive. We actually can't get suzerainty, though, over that. Maybe we just look to get suzerainty where we will be revealing portions of the map, and so we can just take a look. So Nalanda, for example, Nalanda, we will be able to maybe So we could get suzerainty here and reveal some of the map. I think this is maybe a decent shout. And we reveal a Great Wonder, or a Natural Wonder, which gives us era score, which we didn't really need. And we get Mulan, which will fortify us at the end of every turn. She gets +1 combat strength a turn. Look at her, look at the come up, the glow up. And so that'll maybe be okay for us. But it reveals quite a bit of, land over here. Looks like someone's having a bad time. We could actually go for someone. We know we're going to build some cultural buildings, and so maybe going for one of these guys. Your civilization gets 2% culture for each great person they've ever earned, up to a total of 30%. I think long term we're planning on, getting a lot of great people. We have the best people, and so, we haven't gotten a great person yet, but 2% culture, and revealing a whole bunch of stuff will be kind of decent to us. We reveal Maui, who's going to ignore movement penalties, and on an unknown empty plot creates a random bonus or luxury resource on the plot. That seems pretty solid. So maybe we will be going for Maui. And this also reveals, to us a good chunk of the map here. And so, we're kind of filling in the gaps. And we can, purchase galleys and stuff from these guys per the thing. A lot of them will kind of end up appearing at the poles and never get cleared out, especially when you're on islands. So there's kind of a lot of city-states. And so we will be getting a lot of bonuses. And so the Apadana is pretty good here. So now we will have a bit of a choice here. So we have the settler bonus slotted in, so maybe we take a break and don't get Machu Picchu immediately, even though we want it, and instead go for a settler, look to expand a little bit more. We could also go for the aqueduct. Do we have enough housing? We almost don't have enough housing, and we will get bonus construction towards that aqueduct. We could also just bring the aqueduct to just about being complete, and then not finish it, and then use the construction on, one of these over here. This is maybe reasonable. We could also build a monument and go for Hercules in Washington. We already have a monument here where we've already gone for our guy. We just finished a monument here, but this place has a bonus. Well, this place has a bonus to constructing, because this is where our marble industry is. They will have a bonus to constructing buildings. We don't have a building we want to slot down though, so maybe we go for here. We go for, where is it? Not Mulan, not Maui. Hercules. So that'll be 42 turns, which kind of just frees this up. I think we do want to make use of the settler bonus. I think we could use another settler, and so we'll go for a settler in here. And maybe when we're completing stuff, we'll go for settlers specifically for like the next kind of little bit, because we will be opening the civics tree, and we will be probably going for we could go for divine right. Don't really think we want to be on monarchy for too long though, but this will give us the completion bonus. We're not going to build 2 temples, though, like ever. And so maybe, well, we're already pushing this without adopting a government with 6 inherent policies. Maybe we should have kind of taken this in a little bit better, but it'll be 37 turns that we have where we're kind of stuck with the settler construction bonus, and so maybe we just build 2 settlers out of Washington. This also solves the overpopulation problem, because a settler takes 1 population, and we'll get to lay down maybe this city and maybe one up here. There's room for one up here, but this city's probably a little bit better, where we will be much closer to getting the volcanic soil in, something like this, and maybe defending up there. We also probably want to push cities down in this direction is another thing, because these are going to be the contested areas. I don't think this is going to be highly contested, and so we would really hate for someone else to found a city. Also, we might be able to nat spread Sangju, kind of to our side, which was originally a Korean city. So kind of a lot going on. A little bit of a turn of what's going on. We have 108 out of 77 era scores, so that's super nice. Yeah, coming along quite nicely. We discover a little bit of a hero, Himiko, that allows us to place guys in city-states, so that's kind of neat. I don't recall having seen this one before, but maybe we build this hero, maybe we don't. I think we like Maori a little bit more. We do finish castles, and now we are in on Apprenticeship. They are kind of coming in a little bit here. It is a little bit concerning. I think once the slinger comes in close enough to hit the city, we will go after them, and we'll let the swordsmen kind of work themselves down on the city. I don't think that they can sabotage the Apadana. Maybe they can. I think they can only sabotage, you know, the sheep pasture and the iron stuff, which thankfully they have not been doing. So that's going to be kind of nice for us. And we do finish here our first little kind of thing here in our harbor. I think we want to go for the lighthouses right away. Would really love to increase our trade route capacity. So I think we're going to go for this. And then after that, following that, probably the Mausoleum of Halicarnassus. And also the lighthouse will help us. So +1 food tile on all the sea tiles. That's going to help us grow a little bit bigger and to maybe get the Halicarnassus a little bit faster. But it's going to be a bit of a slow slog going for that. And maybe we actually don't even go for the Halicarnassus. Maybe we go for an industrial zone first. I'm not sure which industrial zone we want quite yet, but this will help us to, you know, build anything we want to build quite a bit faster. And so actually maybe makes a little bit more sense. We are coming up on it soon though. Apprenticeship is kind of what we've been pushing for this entire time, and so it'll be really nice when we hit it. Alas, someone finishes the Machu Picchu before us. Dear old Gilgamesh gets it. That's kind of a bit of a bummer considering, you know, how much mountain range we are going to have adjacent to our cities. But it is what it is, and this swordsman, I think we will, well, I think first we're going to get this guy kind of out of here, but we're going to slowly whittle down this swordsman, you know, just go after him and then recover up. And then we'll send both of these guys out to deal with this barbarian encampment. I think it's going to take both of them because these barbarians, they are pressed. Finally, we do unlock it, the good old apprenticeship. And now we have to make a little bit of, we have to make some decisions actually regarding where we're going to place stuff. Now we do have Hercules coming up in 5 turns. And so he will be able to instantly complete some of these, you know, buildings that are going to give us a lot of construction. I think we will actually give the +11. I think we're going to give this over to New Orleans. We're going to give Washington. We're going to give Washington the +7, and the +8 is going to go to Philly. Washington's already pretty built up. They're going to have pretty good tile usage overall, and so maybe we're not that concerned about Washington's production, but New Orleans we eventually will want to build, you know, the Coliseum out of, and so I think that we're going to give them the +11. We, of course, can give New Orleans either the +11 or the +8. If we give them the +8, then Washington has to take the +11 and Philly the +7, because you do have to have, like, full contiguous access, right? And so this is kind of informing our decision making here, and I think that overall New Orleans, plus them having the marble industry, maybe we get to pump out a ton of wonders out of New Orleans, something like this, and so we're really going to do that. And so what we're going to do is we're going to make sure we slap down all these, we're going to finish the settler, but we're going to make sure we slap down the industrial zones straight away, that way we lock in the production cost of them. Although we're probably going to complete some of these with Hercules, I think that we will let Washington construct their own. Then we'll just go settler into that rather. We probably will use Hercules to finish this one, so we don't necessarily need to put that one down immediately. And I think that we will use Hercules over here to complete the production for San Francisco. I think we'll give them the +9, and then we'll use that to finish up the pyramids quite quickly and you know, the Petra quite quickly. And then from both of these wonders, we will maybe be able to, you know, cook something up in terms of theater squares on either side to, you know, lock in a pretty good +4 bonus, something like this, tentatively. Although if we're building the theater square, right, and we're building, like, the Petra here, and maybe we want the other wonder here, maybe it turns out that the Petra's not even that good, so maybe we can reconsider the Petra or think about it in something like this, because what is it, Jabal something, I forget the name of the wonder, this one here, or that's not Petra. There's another desert one that can only be built on a desert hill that we maybe go for, and if we go for it here in San Francisco, then it's maybe the Petra's not so good, because it's only going to be modifying so many tiles, but maybe we still build it anyways. It turns out we're putting districts and wonders over a lot of these desert tiles, so they're not too bad anyways, and San Francisco's getting to take this really juicy tile, as well as, you know, some good tiles on the iron and the horses, so that's kind of what we got cooking up. We will go around putting down as much as we can industrial districts where we're planning on it, and it doesn't look like we have too many spots where we can put down an industrial district, because these places still need to expand, where we're not just going to complete it. So this +11, we will just be completing this instantly with Hercules, and so that will be quite nice for us, and will allow us to very, very quickly just go in on New Orleans, and and then also what we will be doing is we're we're rushing construction down following this, so we can, complete the civic that allows us to do the Colosseum. And so maybe we will. Well, we can't construct our dams yet, so we'll have to find something else for New Orleans to construct following. Maybe we actually do want them to just construct their industrial zone, because the thing is they're only going to be able to build so many districts, right? And we definitely do want to get, we want to be able to get the construction district out, and also maybe we just go medieval walls or something like this, or maybe we even go military units. We just build a catapult, kind of get ready. We will want a catapult maybe for pushing. Our containment strategy broke down a little bit here, but that's probably going to be fine. And hopefully we can get a bunch of free swordsmen, kind of come on down and maybe take the city, maybe even raise the city. It leaves us in a kind of awkward spot where, like, the only good place to found a city is right here, which doesn't look that appealing, like, just in terms of the spacing of all these cities. But maybe that's just a concession we have to make. But I think that we could maybe, if the city was up a little bit more, maybe we could squeeze in, another city down here. Maybe that's just not doable. Eyeballing it looks like it's actually not doable, so maybe this is fine, but we will probably next episode industrializing very heavily, and then maybe the following episode finishing off Korea. We're currently at war with them, continue to be at war with them, but this Abraham Lincoln getting free units thing, we're going to look to leverage this as much as possible, so we're going to leverage this power spike that we're getting off the back of Apprenticeship next episode. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube algorithm thing, and have a good day.